Do you guys like it if I use a thinner pen, or if I move this here, or is it better with the thicker pen? Which is better? I think for sure the thicker one, because you can barely see the smaller one, right? A bit more readable, yeah. I like writing with the thinner one because it feels like a pen. Because I'm used to writing with a pen rather than a marker. Okay, let's start. What were we talking about yesterday? We were talking about sugars. Sugars. We saw a complicated sugar molecule, right? Really complicated. Let's see if I can draw it. Kind of like that. Were they all carbons? No. This was an oxygen. This was a carbon. Any other? This is what it looked like. You have a hydrogen. Let's color them differently. Wait a minute. Oh, that's why. It's hydrogen, and we have an OH over here, and another H, another OH, H, and it kept on going. Over here you had something more complicated. Right? Something like this. All bonds are done. And I'm not, again, too sure, because we don't care about this. I don't even know. Because, you know, I guess they only care about two OHs, which hydrolyze. I believe they could be any OHs. So if they can hydrolyze, they can polymerize. So the rest of the molecule is not too important. So they just represent it as a what? As a rectangle. And here are the OHs on either side. Right? Here's my one OH, here's my other OH. That's how they show the molecule. And this was a saccharide, I guess, or just a glucose molecule. And two of those can join together. Let's get some nicer colors out today. Celebrating. Is today any special occasion? Right? And two of these molecules can polymerize. To form a disaccharide. Or it's not polymerization right now. They're condensing. Condensation is going on because what was removed from over here was an H2O molecule that came out, and they condensed together. So technically it's condensation, right? Now, if many sugar molecules start doing the same thing, don't think so what? You're saying don't think so to what? Mess them? If many were to, I guess I already have it copied, do the same thing over and over again, more and more H2O can come out, and they can form a long chain, or in other words, polymerization. Now, what would you call this particular? Oh, we don't have a special. Yeah, okay, fair enough. What kind of polymerization is this? Oh, well, condensation, but what kind of polymer is this? Polysaccharide? Absolutely. Can I call this also a polyester? Is this a polyester? What's wrong with my handwriting? I'm cursed some days. Some days I do not have good handwriting. Other days I have fantastic, I feel, handwriting. Is this a polyester? Can you call this a polyester? Look, water is coming out. Is this a polyester? Mesam says yes. Mesam has fallen into my trap. Also, no one on YouTube likes to say hi. No one on YouTube is watching. Nani? Yeah. It's not a polyester, because the key identification for a polyester is your ester linkage. If you see this, if you see a chocolate wrapper on the floor, you probably think someone opened it up and ate the chocolate out of it, right? Someone had chocolate. If you see a wrapper, if you see a dirty plate of food, biryani, oh, someone had biryani. How do you know it's biryani and not any other food? Well, it shows biryani rice, 1 or 2, and like, you know, bones. So how do you know it's biryani? Because you're like, oh, the masala left behind and everything, it smells like biryani. It kind of looks like biryani, so it has to be biryani. So if you see the ester linkage, this is the product from the reaction taking place, or esterification taking place, the ester linkage. So if you see this, it's a polyester, or esterification took place. So an alcohol. So over here, it's not an ester, because there's no ester linkage. It's only oxygens right next to each other. And if we go back to this molecule, you can also see, not that we need care, there's no acid over here. Now, of course, there are other ways of polymers forming. I think, Wadika, welcome. I think it's the first time I'm seeing you. We'll start very likely Monday. Okay. But yeah, back to this. Electrolysis will start Monday. Okay. So this is not a polyester or a polyamide, right? This is just a polysaccharide, as Mesam earlier said. Miral said. Sorry. Miral said it. It's a polysaccharide. Does this make sense? Is this clear? Polysaccharide. Saccharide. Saccharide, I feel, just means sugar in Latin or something. Pretty sure. Do you know what the word galactic means? Or galac or lac? I don't know what the exact word it is. Galactic? Galact? I don't know. Something similar. Do you know what this means? It's Latin for milk. Or some word very similar to it. I don't remember the exact Latin word. Latin is Greek, right? I don't remember the exact word for it, but what it means is milk. And when you hear galactose, isn't that the sugar in milk? And when you hear the word galaxy, they refer to, you know, like, because do you know why they call it galaxy? Because, or like, it comes from that word. But Greeks, when they like, or early in the day, when you looked up, like, this is what the, yeah, Milky Way, right? Our galaxy is called the Milky Way. And it's called that because the galaxy is a disk, right? It's kind of like this spiral sort of disk. And this is where our planet is. This is where our planet is, and it's rotating. So every time it rotates towards the center of the galaxy, because, you know, like, this side has not too many stars, this side has not too many stars. The galaxy is all made up of stars, And if you're looking this way, you won't see too many stars. You look this way, you won't see too many stars. But if you look directly into the galaxy, you'll see many stars, right? And what that looked like, if you're, on the surface of the Earth, what that would look like is a stream of like stars as a going like that. You'd always see like a big stream. So you're seeing one of the spiral arms of the galaxy or looking directly into it. And you won't see like an actual galaxy because it's too in the atmosphere. So you'd see a lot of stars in one center, and they call this the Milky Way because the stars look like droplets of milk flowing in one go. And that's what they thought. Or they just poeticized it. Little fun fact about how most of our names come into being. Yeah, and that's why it's called the Milky Way as well. Why I talk about this is, if you understand this just means sugar in a different language, the word disaccharide and polysaccharide don't become too confusing. Okay, so it just becomes like a polysaccharide because there are many sugars, disaccharide because there are two, and just a saccharide molecule or glucose is one. Is there another name for this particular molecule? This long chain, this polymer? Can I call it something else? Can I also refer to this as starch? Or what do you guys think? Rida, welcome. Haya, what are you saying? Oh, galactic because of intergalactic relations like in Star Wars? Yeah, but that's such a cool word and everything, and you think it's just because of milk. That's how they named it. That's the origin of the word. Huh. Yeah, these are carbohydrates. Simple sugars, starch. Right? Does this make sense to people? What say? And we didn't learn too much, but we just learned only how to identify a starch polymer more or less looking at some diagram given to us. This is not a polyester. Sometimes they'll show this and they'll ask you what it is. So it's a starch molecule. It makes sense. That's my tagline. Make sense? Make sense? Make sense? That's all I keep saying. Take it. Add a starch for everyone. Okay. Let's talk a bit more less about galaxies. Did you guys find that galaxy talk interesting? Here are some, or you tell me what they are. Why did I redraw it? I'll never know. Okay. What have I drawn over here? Shrug if you don't know. Answer if you do know. Hiba has answered. on YouTube. She knows what I'm talking about. They're amino acids, bhai. They're amino acids. What are you guys doing? Why you say me? You don't know. This is called glycine. This will be called alanine. This is called cysteine. I guess he's Jewish. That's a terrible joke. Steen or Stein. Okay. And they'll also polymerize. I'm just mentioning them one more time because these will also be, you know, food related macromolecules. That's what we're talking about. And of course, if they form a long chain, if you see this particular molecule, what would you call it? Because it's the same thing on top. Polymerizing. What would you call this? Well, that's a protein. C3H7 exactly. Let me just rewrite it. It's just a alkane chain. C3H7. And it's just a long chain. What would you call this? This is just a protein. Or you could call it a polyamide. This is just a simple, humble protein molecule. That's not how you spell protein. Protein. Is that how you spell protein? No, that's not how you spell protein. Protein. Huh. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Simple proteins. Starch. Sugar. More or less you need to be comfortable with it and be able to realize what it is. And the process of breaking starch into sugar is still would be referred to as hydrolysis. And that makes sense because you'll be adding sugar back to it. The process of proteins breaking into amino acids will also be called hydrolysis or hydrolysis of protein. Right? Yep. I think bio people might enjoy this particular a little more than everyone else. Right? Here's a molecule. This could be pentanoic acid for all I care, but it's not. And it's a larger molecule, and I deem it as a fatty acid. And on the other side, we shall change colors. Making these bonds a bit longer. This particular molecule is called glycerol. You know where this is going? Can these two functional groups esterify? Yep. You know where this is going? And not only to this part, if there are more of these fatty acids, they can esterify to all three. Making a fat molecule. I'm just showing this to you once. Once you see it, that's all you need to know. You don't have to remember it. They won't ask you, what is this glycerol or anything. They won't ask you too much, but once you see it, normally sometimes you'll see it as rectangles, other times you'll see it as an R. I guess the R stands for rectangles. Either you'll see it like that or you'll see it like this. What are fats? What's the purpose of, fats? Yeah, this is what we use. Yeah, this is essentially, yeah. And yeah, that's it. One thing they would like you to know for some odd reason is that saturated fats are not good for you and unsaturated fats are better for you, right? Fat, generally too much of it is just bad, but saturated fats are linked to heart disease and whatnot. So that's why they say have nuts and vegetables more than beef, because they both have fat in them, but or carbs in them, but the source of fat coming from, what do you call it, vegetables are unsaturated, are generally better for you than stuff like from beef, so which would be more saturated. And can I share the link for the notes? We have it on the website. It's right on top. I can also share it if you can't find it. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? We just need to know this. Okay. And I'll show you what kind of question shows up for this. Sorry, I should have warned. That one person on a 4K display with like a 32-inch monitor just went blind right now. Or watching the computer in dark. Name the class of compound formed when carbohydrates are hydrolyzed. Sumaya, you're saying something? Yes, please, to what? The notes link? Should I share that? You are asking me? It's on the Teaching Circle website, for which entry is free, so, go there, maybe. It's also on Noon Academy, I think. Yeah, I'll also share it here, but please join us, I guess, we feel nice about having bigger numbers, I guess. So, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. But I'm sharing the link here anyway. Copy. Dropbox link. Let me know if you see the link on the YouTube chat. I just sent it in the chat. Okay. Well, but no one's answering this. What do you form when you hydrolyze carbohydrates? What do you see when you hydrolyze carbohydrates? What would be the answer? I'm just waiting for you guys. Or if you don't know, just shrug. You should know, we just talked about it. Sugar. 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 What is the meaning of polyunsaturated? You can also say glucose, yes. It's the same thing. Glucose would be more apt, I guess. What is the meaning of the term polyunsaturated? Now this would be like, so we never talked about this, but you don't have amino acids forming from carbohydrates, because amino acids come from protein, join together to form proteins, not fats or carbs. Right? Abdullah, you nailed it. Brilliant. What is the term polyunsaturated means? Many. And unsaturated, I guess the simplest way to say is carbon-carbon double bonds. Polyunsaturated just means there's a molecule with many or more than one carbon-carbon double bond. ठीक है. Describe a chemical test to show that the fat is unsaturated. You guys tell me. I like how YouTube's answering, but Mesam and Miral, Rames, Rida, Haya, all quiet. Are you guys shy? Because, I don't know, just feeling shy? Oh, Miral did answer earlier, but no one answered this. What? Iodine? Iodine is a test for something. Oh, test for starch? It's a test for starch, isn't it? And that's a bio thing. Yeah. So how would I know if it's unsaturated or no? Starch could be either, right? I mean, it's also fat, not. I don't know my fat molecules. What's the test? So unsaturated, right? They're asking, what's the? It is bromine, because you're looking not for the starch, you're looking for the. See, if people don't know about a question, even though it's barely talks about anything aside from this, it hasn't talked about anything we haven't covered. Just by looking at this, people got confused. It's just talking about, hey, can you test for this carbon-carbon double bond? Lambi baat, but that's what they're asking for. Unsaturated means carbon-carbon double bond. How do we test for it? The simplest of tests bromine reacted with bromine, aqueous, and the color change would be orange to colorless. Name a synthetic macromolecule that can contain the same linkage as fats. Can you guys name something that has the same linkage as fats? The same linkage as fats? The same linkage as fats? Easy? Is this easy? How was this question? Yes? And this would be some of the more difficult questions, I feel. Nylon is incorrect for this answer. Nylon is a polyamide and has a different linkage, an amide linkage. Whereas this is an ester linkage. They're talking about polyesters. So name a polyester. Yep, yep, yep. Easy. We did this, but we didn't complete it. Shall we? Let's start from D. Let's see if you can get full marks. Let's try the entire question, and at the end you tell me how many marks you get. From D to E part 3, total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5-mark question. Let's make it a quiz. This is our quiz. My pencil died. This is so strange. It's the app glitching. Did this before. So it's working here. Okay, you guys do this question. I'll try fixing my iPad. That was silly. Alright, I'm gonna excuse the screen for a minute. See if this works. Give me a second while I try to fix my life. Oh wait, why is this so... How do I zoom in? Okay, I can't zoom in. Okay. We're back. This app has been very glitchy as of late. Okay, people are done with the quiz. Let's get a good color. Polyester is represented by the structure shown. What type of polymerization is used for the production of polyester? This is condensation. Which simple molecule is removed when the polyester is formed? H2O. Complete the diagram below to show the structures of the monomers used to produce the polyester. What? Complete the diagram below to show the structures of the monomers. Oh, we have to complete the monomer. This is all we did, right? Last 2 weeks. Am I right or am I right? It's a good dark color. Let's go with bright color instead of dark. Yeah, I have shared the answers. Very easy question. How many of you are getting 5 out of 5? Show me, let me know what your grades are. Masim got 5 out of 5. Abdullah, how much did you get? Hiba, how much? Haya, what did you get wrong? Water? Did you get water wrong? Well, you got water wrong. Oh, naming thing? You said propyl propanoate? Propyl methanoate? Abdullah got 5. Okay. Chalo, let's be careful. What did you name? Let's see your name. Let's hear your name. Can we do this? Can we try this? What's the total over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 marks. Let's see how much everyone gets. I'm kind of hungry. Good thing is I'm going for dinner. Dot and cross included, right? We're focusing on the dot and cross as well. Let's see how many people are confused with the dot and cross. Iron Man, YOLO. I saw Avengers Endgame again yesterday, and I enjoyed it 10 times more because every other scene was just a meme. It's just funny. I liked it. First time I saw it wasn't that, I was expecting more. But now it's just funny. It's so good. I didn't like it. Or like I liked it. I was like, yeah. I love Thanos though. He's so philosophical. I love it. It's like, you know, like he gets defeated, he'll just sit. Just hilarious. It's funny and awe-inspiring as well. Like he's just like complete resignation. I won't even cry. I'm just like I won't even sigh. He just sits down. Love it. I love his mannerism. He's kind of like Bane, but without the goofy voice. He's a lot like Bane, without the goofy voice. Like he sounds goofy, Bane, but he's pretty cool as well. And he was actually not a good villain, I think. He looked great. His plan was silly. So mm-hmm. Great. I feel one part is confusing over here. And you done? You're thanking Asif for what? Who's Asif? Who's Asif? Who are you thanking, Iron Man? Done? Done? People done? Okay, let's try it. Let's aim for it. Now, I won't explain it. I won't explain it unless someone asks for efficiency. Am I right? Who's the guy who answered? No, I don't know. Who's Asif? This is probably the challenging part. Because we don't understand what the question is exactly trying to ask. So nylon has two different monomers that join together. It's always two amines. Let me try drawing it. This was something I also emphasized a lot. Not a lot. I wanted you guys to figure it out on your own as well, the difference, the key difference. because I emphasized on the structure a lot. And this is the thing, you don't need to know amino acids or anything. This is the stupid questions they ask, and you're like, what? You know? So if you know what an amino acid is, you know what a nylon is, if you can recognize it, you can answer these questions. A nylon has 2 amine groups on either side. That's one monomer, and the other monomer has 2 acid groups. Always, right? And that's what nylon is, a particular kind of polyamide. That's what nylon is. Whereas this is what an amino acid is. What is the general name given to the products of hydrolysis of proteins? Amino acids. Such as the structure of the monomer used to make the polymer shown. I can cheat. I like to cheat. Don't you wish you had iPads to do your exams? How many of you wish that? Thanos is very ugly. Are we getting 7 out of 7? You're not a big fan of Apple products? For some reason, I thought when Haya said he looks like an ugly grape, and Masum said I'm not a fan of Apple products, I thought like somehow you're talking about Thanos. Like, you know, like what's grape has to do with Apple? What? I was confused for a legit 5 seconds. Iron Man, what part did you get wrong? Okay, let's see if we can do one more question. We've done most of these questions. Let's see if we can find another question about, let's see the kind of questions, right? Yeah, this is till 17. But you see the quality of questions, right? They're kind of more trickier. Did we do, not actually, it got deleted when I was doing it. Yeah, we've done this. Yeah, okay, there we go. Deduce the structure of this monomer. Let's try this. Quick. I'll give you guys 30 seconds. Do it in 30 seconds. You cannot hear other people because they are not talking, they're typing on Zoom. The weird question was, I was talking about Thanos earlier, and Haya, one of my students at Zoom, says, I was talking about how much I like Thanos's, persona. And Haya said, he just looks like an ugly grape. And at that point in time, I was talking about, can you all do live AS Chem? But we've done. Oh, you're an AS Chem student, Iron Man, answering all my questions, getting 7 out of 7? Making other people feel bad who didn't get 7 out of 7? Do you guys love chemistry now? Because we've been teaching it. Is chemistry your favorite subject? How many of you have chemistry as your favorite subject? 1, 2. We will start some live classes soon, but they will be paid, I feel. Would you guys be interested in that? some crash courses. You should send Sir Bilal requests about. He was thinking about. We were thinking about it. The thing is, we are just struggling so much with time and other things. Like, I'm gonna be working all day tomorrow, right? And I'm not excited about that because I have Red Dead Redemption on my PlayStation. It's not being played, and I'm kind of thinking Arthur Morgan needs his breakfast. People get that joke because if anyone's played Red Dead Redemption. Last question for the day. This is the answer. What do you guys think? How many of you got this right? Miral, you're missing out. Now, there's a huge learning curve getting compared to video games because you have to, do it. And most video games I'll say are not good, right? But then again, most books aren't good, and most movies aren't good, and most TV shows aren't good. Find something you might enjoy, whatever you're into. And they're a very nice experience and incredibly educational as well. Don't shy away from video games, good video games. Yeah. Iron Man doesn't like paying Lamau? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I don't like paying either. But for good content, yeah. Okay. Is that enough for today? I think that's enough for today. Now we did this question. It's a repeated question. I don't think I might have too many similar. How many of you got it wrong? Anyone get it wrong on that question? Amines, polyester and polyamines, polyamines, and that's it. Addition. I feel some people struggled. We're done with polymers, foods, and more or less. Kind of covered a bit of pollution. Did I leave a comment? Yes, by the way, we're trying to work on our alt website again. You guys know about Alt Academy? How many of you guys know about Alt Academy? You guys know about Alt Academy, come on. Oh, O-level people don't because we haven't put any O-level material there. But here it's very popular with A-level students taking chemistry. So you can Google Alt Academy. Some of my notes have Alt logos on it. You can just Google it. It's in the works. That's a secret. What country is a secret? Not from Pakistan. Okay. Chalo, nice meeting you all today once more. I think we're just bonding a lot because we've had 5 days of, one chutti in the middle, but 5 days of straight classes. Okay? All right, guys. Be nice to each other. Study well. You have your mocks starting this week, I'm guessing. Most people. Start discussion forums on our... You'll have... watch our videos. Yeah. There's always everything around. Share with friends. Please share the link. A lot of people ask about the link. Can you share it enough times so people don't have to ask about the link? I don't know. Without paying for it, I don't think there's a better way I can upload all my notes as easily. So, and we don't have too many notes. So I stopped making notes in October. but I'll try. Let's see what happens. And I will definitely try to make some moles and organic worksheets because my students want them to. But enough talk. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Goodbye, YouTube. Thank you for 7 is the luckiest number. 8 people watching, 7 likes. How dare you people? Anyway, though. Bye-bye, guys. 23rd. What? Bye-bye, guys. Thank you, Abdullah. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I just enjoyed this class because people were, answering questions and no funny business. Bye-bye, guys. Take care.